that everybody's talking about generations. Okay, so let me recap this. I'm Generation X. That means I was born in 1979. And the channel that I've set up for this particular purpose, it might be for beginners, so to speak, but you also do need to have um, a little bit of skills within what it is you're trying to do. Now, in order for me to allow people to get onto this channel, I set it up specifically to have people over the age of 16 and nobody younger. I don't mind having people coming over and watching, but I just wanted to make it clear because I did try checking out what had happened yesterday. I believe, I don't know for sure, but I believe whoever was trying to get on might have been younger because when I tried to clock in, it seemed like it was okay. So that basically implies that there are younger people trying to get onto this channel, and I just want to make sure that that is clear from day one. I don't mind participating. Hi, Leonard. Make sure that you're over. Are you over 16? If you're over 16, you can join me for the live. I think I've set it up specifically for people who are past a certain age. Might be one of the reasons why you might not have been able to get on for the live specific. I don't know. I don't know how old you are, but I have set it up specifically for because everything, all the steps that I had taken seemed to be okay. The only thing that might have been the problem would be that maybe you might be a little bit younger. I'm not sure. So that would be the only other way or the only thing that I have locked. I want to make sure that there are people here that are past a certain age because that is what I've set up this channel for specifically. I don't mind having people who are younger on like talking to me, but I want to make sure that we also have as a grown up, as a 44-year-old, I have a responsibility to make sure that you guys are also protected and safe. So if you are younger, I want to just be clear that that is probably the reason why I haven't put it on for live. I was a teacher in school. I have worked with students before that are much, much younger, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to like 18, 19. But I also know, as somebody who had to deal with parents, that I want to make sure that the parents know that you guys will be protected and safe, and I have locked it accordingly. So I just want to make sure that that's like important to know. Okay, so if you are younger than 16, I have set it up where I cannot put you on the live, which I think might be the reason. Have you signed in? Okay, Leonard, go. So you need to clock in. If you go into, how old are you? First of all, I need to know how old you are. If you are over 16, you should be able to get in. Okay, if you're under 16, I've locked it where you cannot get in. So that's probably part of it. If you had a complication yesterday, unless you are, so you should be able to. Yeah, that's why. So if you're 14, I won't be able to unfortunately get you on the live because I've locked it for 16 and up. That's important to know. And it's not because I don't want people on. I just want to make sure you guys are protected and safe. I'm trying to be a responsible grown up and make sure that um, you guys are protected from, because the internet is huge and vast, right? That would be why I should have asked yesterday. That would be why I wasn't able to get you on there, not for any other purpose, but that is indeed what it is. Okay, so that would be, I mean, I would love to, but at the same time, I want to protect you guys. So protection for the youth is, as a teacher, I am a teacher, I'm a responsible teacher. I want to make sure you guys are safe. Okay, so that is what it happened. So just bear in mind, if you do want to do this, please make sure that your parent is, if you do want to do it, I'd like, if it would be responsible for you to ask your parents to join me on the live, but ask them first. I want to make sure that that is the step. Okay, and you are welcome to do that, no problem, but make sure your parents is available to to do this with you because I do not want to do this without the parents' consent. Okay, it is the internet. You have to make sure that safety is first. And I am, like I said, I'm responsible. I'm a Gen Zer. No, not Gen Zer. I'm Gen X, Generation X. That means not Gen Zer. I'm between Gen Z and Gen X, right? So no, what? No, I'm a Generation X. So that means 1979 and before, right? Or 1998. No, 1980 and then back. 1980 and down is Gen X. So I'm Gen X. I could be your parents' age, so just keep that in mind, hey? So I wanna make sure that your parents understand that you guys are on here. So I'm not gonna unless you guys get their permission and they have watched the channel and they see what's going on, I will not I have to make sure that that is they are participating in, the presence of if you are going to do this, okay? So ask them first if you really wanna do it, ask them first, let them know that I'm, like, responsible and, they would have to be present, if they allow it, okay? So ask your parents first, that is step 1. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with the painting. Okay, I'm gonna continue with the painting, you're welcome to watch what I'm going to do. Um I also want to talk about Bob Schieffer. I had actually gone to his exhibition. I think it was his first exhibition. I don't know if you know Bob Schieffer. So Bob Schieffer is like huge in the United States. My dad just wrote an article because he writes as a journalist, besides being a former diplomat or whatever, on this. And then I think the New York Times did an article on him too. Thank you so much for understanding. It's not as if it was a it's just for the protection of people, of students, of young people. I am trying my best to be absolutely responsible because I just know that there are parents out there that might not necessarily know that their kids are on here watching people and I mean, I'm not a gaming channel, it really is an educational channel, and if you do wanna partake in like I said, just make sure that your parents know and then give them the like, ask for their permission, um, feel free for them to sit and watch me, that is fine too, I absolutely don't mind, just to show that there's, like, responsibility. I am probably your parents' age. I wouldn't be surprised. I just don't have any kids. I just decided not to have any kids. That's just that I was being a responsible grown up, right? That's what happened there. Oh, that's okay. And that is why this is why that is set up for that particular purpose because I need them to know that you're watching this channel, okay? And to make sure that you are protected. And to know and that is why this is exactly why I'm doing this way because I know parents. As a teacher, I know parents, I know how they are, okay? So that it is what it is, and that is very important that they said that so that you know that that is what happens. You're welcome to watch me though, okay? So that is step 1. I am very thankful that you have asked them. Thank you for asking them. I think that is very important and they need to know to be protected. This is a thing, okay? It's a very big thing. It's very serious, you know, it's very serious if something goes wrong. You don't want people, strangers, to see what you look like if you know, and the parents should be part of the responsibility here too, right? So there you go. Good. That's good, and that is important for you to hear too, right? Oh, hold on, I need to do my Poshmark quickly. Um, that is very, very, very important. So while I'm doing my artwork, I'm also doing business online with my clothing. This is a daily thing. This is how I generate my income while I try to get monetized on this platform. I'm already getting some money on Facebook. I'm already monetized on there. So, and I'm monetized on Poshmark, which is why I do this. So in order to get monetized, there are a bunch of steps that you have to do. And you have to keep responsible. You have to be responsible. You have to be responsible. It is just how it works now. You can't let anything slide, right? You can't. That is just not how it works. And yeah. Hello, the Rainbow King official. Nice to meet you. How are you? Today I'm just doing I'm gonna continue my painting. I really wanna work on it. I had to have a chit chat about going live with me. I do have links, but the links have to only be they will have to be for people of the age of 16 and up, because it is from my experience and being a teacher, I wanna make sure that and I know there are kids on here. I know there are. I know there are, and I understand. It's okay. I don't mind. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, it's important. So you guys can watch me go live, but I'm not going to unless you get permission from your parents to do it, I'm not going to as like I said, as a responsible person, that is what I do. That is an important factor. But you're certainly welcome to watch me as long as the parents know that you're watching my channel, it's okay. It's okay, okay? Okay. And I'm sure there's some people that are not that are older, which would be great, you know? It's just and I know that there are different people around the world. Ooh, knots everywhere. Hold on a second, guys. I'll start now. I'm not gonna put music on. As I was saying, if you know anything about Bob Sheeper, we just went to his exhibition, his very first exhibition. My husband used to work with him in CBS at CBS News, which is how I managed to be introduced to him and the show and all that stuff. Oh, there's a knot. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but okay. So I'm gonna start just now. I might just leave the knot there if it's not bothering up the sound. Ooh, okay, it should be fine. We're good. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I'm not gonna put any music on. I could always talk through what I'm doing. I'm trying to adjust. Now, I like to do detailed paintings. I try to adjust my piece to make it's not accurate yet. You can see the front. Obviously, there's not much space that I can work with, but I'm going to try to get the angles right. So this needs to be worked on. These corners need to be worked on. Over here needs to have a little bit more of an arch, right? Maybe more straighter over here. So I'm going in and fixing up the parts that need to be fixed today, right? Because when you do a painting, sometimes if it's detailed, it's never going to be perfect. I'm such a perfectionist that I have to have it perfect or else I go bananas. So I go in as much as I can to adjust it. Okay. Okay. Just let your parents know and have them come in and check it out once in a while. I want them to know that it's just how it is. It's important to remember that not all the channels are set up specifically for I mean, yeah, okay. So, I've worked with students and kids and you guys obviously picked that up. So that's okay. I have definitely worked with younger people. That is precisely what I used to do. So now I'm just maturing into something a little bit more advanced because I'm going on the internet and the internet is a pretty scary place if you're not careful. So you want to make sure that there are things put into place, right? To make sure that the parents know that it's a safer environment, which is absolutely important. Absolutely important. So now I'm just going in and trying to get this as much as I can in order. I have to go back in with the white. I think that. Okay. I'm not going to put music on today. I'm just going to work on this. Okay. And it's a car. It's nothing too like crazy. Obviously, it's a car. Okay. And I'm using watercolor. I'm not using acrylic. I'm not using oil paint. It's literally watercolor on board. Okay. So what you're seeing me do is actually I just have different sized brushes, but this is non-toxic. So if you're a younger person and if you want to try watercolor out, watercolor is safe. It's okay for your skin. Just make sure that all the ingredients in here are not you're not allergic to them. You could still be allergic to some of the ingredients. So I would recommend just taking a look, making sure everybody knows what their skin is capable of having, just in case. But usually watercolor is 100% less toxic than oil-based kind of situation, right? And that is what I'm doing. I'm just doing it on board. So that's what we're looking at here. Guys, you guys can sit and watch this. Okay. But this is good. I'm glad that you guys are interested in stuff that is a little bit more than just playing video games, right? This is definitely educational. So you guys are in the right place. Let's put it that way if you're younger. Because I do not mind having you guys join me. Just make sure that the parents know, make sure your parents know that you're like here. Because I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. Okay. And it's good that okay, so then there's this part over here that needs to be worked on. A bit more of an angle here, right? Angle here. Yeah. Yeah. More an angle here. The light should be here. Okay. And then this needs to be, oh, let's get a pencil. This needs to be shaped a little bit more. And sometimes when you're working on a piece, you need to give it a chance to breathe, right? You need it to kind of, let it kind of give it a moment, right? Give it a moment to assess the situation. I think it goes down like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then you have that. Yeah, gives more. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So just bear that in mind. Just make sure that, and you guys are, I mean, the music is the same. When I do music, um, it is for beginners. I do teach beginner classes, but that's like a different story. I'm trying to teach like just a general idea. So if you have things that you're interested in, I could probably try to touch up on that. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. It is important to assess. Don't forget to respect your parents and make sure that they know where you are, even though, you could be in the room. Just make sure that they understand what you're watching if you are a little bit younger. I respect parents because I'm probably their age, right? So that's important to remember. I'm not. I know. I do appreciate that everybody thinks I'm much younger. I love it. That's why I'm like, oh, you guys think I'm so young. Thank you. But no, I'm a little bit older. A little bit older. And I know there are people that are younger that can do art that are absolutely amazing too. So there's no question about it, right? Yeah, I'm just fixing up sections now because I can see this needs to be a little bit, yeah, a little bit of a bump here, bump there. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into this. Hi, Alex O'Hara. Welcome in. Thank you for coming over. Let me know if there's a muffled sound. My microphone is a little bit it's a little knotted in the corner, so I might have to detach it and reattach it if it has sound problems. Okay, just let me know. I'm not going to put any music on. Yes, I do. I do remember you. Yes, I do. Absolutely. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming over. I am honored. I am totally honored you guys are joining me. I don't know if any parents are joining me, but I am honored nevertheless because I like to help people, right? That is okay. Honored for everybody to come. I mean, that's great. That means you guys are enjoying the channel. That's like that's great news. That's great news. I'm very happy to see that. I mean, I'm sure everybody's different ages, but I'm thinking a lot of you guys are interested in the arts and the music, right? And I used to teach younger people, so I still teach younger people. So if I talk like I I understand you guys, I do understand because that is what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. I just want to make sure on the internet that you guys are protected. So as a teacher on parents, I want the parents to know that they are that you guys are watching a good channel, but also making sure that you guys are safe, right? And your parents know that you're going to be okay. Because it's a very scary world out there if it's not done properly. A very scary world. There are lots of things that go on that people are, when you're younger, you don't realize it. When you get older, you understand a little bit more. That's just how it is. I don't know how that's looking. Yes. Yeah, I do remember. Yes, yeah, I know, I know. So you guys are watching like two different things. I'm what you call a multimedia artist. I try to do both because I think it's important to understand both skills. I'm an artist, obviously. I mean, that's what I do. I studied my degrees in art. But I think as an artist, you have to be diverse because if you're not diverse, and something happens within the industry, you have to bounce back somehow. So, for instance, we have this whole thing with AI, right? AI is literally taking over every industry right now. And I'm in a state of panic because as a musician, and I also see the art side, right? Because I do like digital art and graphics. AI has taken over, like making things faster and then better than what a normal person would generally do. And that in itself is very scary because we don't know how technology is going to work with us, right? We don't know if it's going to work with us or against us. Like, are we going to lose jobs or are we going to have jobs created? Can we as people create new jobs with this idea? Thank you, Alex O'Hara. I dropped something. It's your you're so funny. Ah, you're so funny. That's too sweet. Yeah, so we have to decide how as artists we're going to move forward. I think this is just a moment to kind of contemplate what's going to happen in our world of technology because I don't know. I don't know where we're going with AI. I don't know. All I know is if I just continue not using AI, um, we're at a loss because then I will be behind rather than keeping up with technology because AI is technology, right? So you need to keep up with technology in some way. So I'm already, I think I showed in yesterday's live how I'm using um, digital art, which is generated by AI, to create visuals that could potentially help you even create better paintings, for instance, if that is the direction. Or you mold reality with your own, like I've created graphic design where I've used myself as the model and put myself in with a background that was AI generated, and then you mold the two together. So there might be a possibility to bring them both together. Yeah. That's good. I'm glad you're a YouTuber. What kind of stuff do you do, Alex O'Hara? What kind of things are you working on your YouTube? Love to hear. What kind of things? And I'm still new at this. Hey, I'm like brand new on this platform. I'm like a little person learning how to walk on here, So I'm still learning. I'm still learning the ropes. But I do know that consistency on here is what matters, right? That is what everybody says. Everybody says Make sure you're on here as often as you can, make it consistent, be responsible, which I'm trying my best to be responsible, right? Because it's like work. It's like work. Hey, Fortnite gamer, you guys are all gamers. Yeah, I don't like I used to play games. I was like we did the Nintendo generation. So when Super Mario Brothers came out, that was like when I used to play video games. And then they had like these racing games on Nintendo as well. So I used to do car racing games. It was a totally different world. Oh, and then we had which other ones did we have? We also had um Street Fighter, that was, like, later on. We had, uh there was another one, another before Street Fighter, can't remember the name. So I'm like, I'm like an oldie. Roblox games, yeah, well, you guys are smart. Actually, the gaming channels Live to Live Live to Live to Lives? Wait, so you do lives as well? Um, yeah, you guys are into the gaming. I don't even know like, my question is, what is it that interests you about me? Because I'm not even doing gaming, or is it the understanding of the arts that could help you potentially become a gaming, like, master? Like, you understand the skills, and then you learn how to create the designs, and then you become, like, the back end of a massive gaming game. I don't know. Like, are you guys interested in the art because it's gonna help you maybe create a video game of your own? Which it might. I mean, if you do graphic design, it may, and then you understand the coding because the coding you need to create things to move, right? So, yeah, I mean, hey, art is a very useful skill, isn't it? Because it maybe does become something that you could use for the future. That, who knows? Oh, thank what is it you do? Thank you. Well, I hope that I'm inspiring you to create a vision of um I don't know, of something that you could potentially do. Like I was just saying, maybe you want to create your own games in the future. So you might need the skills to understand how to put a game together before like you need, like it's made by a person, right? These everything that we do is made by humans. So and obviously now we have the computers that are taking over those jobs, right? But it had to have been made by somebody, and you have to have those skills to create the future of whatever it is might happen with games. I don't know. Like it could be anything. I mean, maybe the AI is now just generating so much stuff that you can create a game in 5 seconds versus 50 years. Who knows? Speaking of games, the one place that I really did enjoy was I lived in Tokyo. And in Tokyo, they have the PlayStation and Sony museum. So if you ever go to Japan and you want to go to like check out where they first created like all the games, that's the place to go. Like the Sony PlayStation museum. It's huge. It's huge. It's like the best place ever. It is so cool. I loved it. I mean, the last time I went, I was like 15, but it was still very fun. I will never forget the experience. I am so glad you liked the videos. I don't like I just don't I didn't know I could be part of like a gaming group, guys. That was like because I know gamers are like the thing, right? This is like that those are the channels that everybody goes to. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, how how is this working? Hold on a second. Let me see. I have to get closer. Oh, you guys are talking. Okay, okay, that's fine. Keep going. You guys can have conversations, not a problem. I'm gonna sit and not sit. I'm gonna keep painting because I want to get this thing done. I don't know how long it will take. I could do. Do you guys want to see me do like I don't know, everybody, even my husband collects, like, anime characters, like, no, I don't do Pokemon, but I liked Pokemon. We have Street Fighter, we have Dragon Ball Z characters. If you want me to draw some characters, I could even show you guys how to do, like, basic 3D drawings of characters that could maybe help you guys think about, like, a video game. I don't know. That could be an idea. I could help you guys with that since I know you guys are a little bit younger. Rather than just watching me like cars, however, racing is also part of a game, right? Racing is, like, big in the video game world. So, yeah, that's something else to think about. I don't know. You guys let me know if you wanna watch me do some I'll pull out all my, like, anime characters, and we can go through them. Star Wars is coming up. Well, 4th of wait, May the 4th be with you, which is in 3 days, right? So maybe that would be a day where I pull out, like, a Star Wars, like, character, and we do, like, Darth Vader or something. I don't know. Just a thought, just to be creative, right? Well, I'm honored you guys are liking the channel. I just wasn't sure. Because it's not quite a video game channel, but it's also, like, kind of techy, and it's I think it's the starting point of thinking about deciding maybe because I know people in the gaming industry, like, I know some people who are actually doing that kind of stuff and having discussions. So, yeah, but I'm by far not even, hold on. What's my favorite color? What's my favorite car? Honestly, my favorite car is a Ferrari. I'm drawing a Ferrari right now. My favorite color, in theory, is actually red for a Ferrari, like the classic Ferrari color. So that is my thing, but I wanted to do a gray one because if you have a house, this is a neutral color. Gray is a neutral color. So if you have, like, black and white furniture and maybe some red patches of furniture pieces, this would be, like, that central color that's balanced. So I also think about interior decorating because I build stuff too. I don't know, did you see me make the soundproofing? The stuff back here I was making the other day. I put this together as well. So if you guys need to learn how to make that, I do that. And I have all sorts of things. So I build stuff. I like to build things. I built my rabbit's house. So I put that together. I hammered it, put it together, and yeah. I don't have, like, saws and stuff, but yeah. Oh, McLaren. Ooh, that's nice too. Yeah, I'm a little bit of an oldie. Everybody's not like people are way past Ferraris now. I mean, people would talk about Lamborghinis, and I'm like, I don't know. I still like the Ferrari classics. Yeah, and the McLaren's very nice. Nice, good taste, good taste. I like it. I like it. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. I'm seeing you guys are, like, into this kind of stuff. That's cool. I mean, I could yeah, so that's the initial plan. So I think but if you guys wanna learn how to do, like, characters, and it maybe helps you with creating your own characters for a possible game in the future, I could help you with that. I'm just not my husband used to be a master gamer. Like, this guy would sit there and, like, play video games, and nobody could beat him, and I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, "This like, don't even bother asking. You know he's gonna beat you, so don't ask." Just let him play and watch. That's all you just watch the guy win the whole entire game because he would just finish the game and it's, like, done. So, yeah, he's a gamer. He's a big gamer. He used to be a big gamer, but now he's, like, an IT specialist, which is he could if he really wanted to, he could probably build a robot if he wanted to. Oh, robot making, hey, you guys should probably think about creating, that's the new generation to go. Oh, thank you. Am I? Am I even for your age? This is very scary. You do realize that I'm 44 years old, right? I'm not even like 16, 17, 18. I'm an older lady. I have to be honest. I'm not going to I mean, I wish I was 23. but I'm not. And maybe I dress like a 23-year-old, I don't know. I don't know, but I am certainly yes. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I would explain why I'm constantly on here because I'm getting compliments that I would never usually get. So I'm like, "Oh, you guys are, like, making me feel so young again. Thank you." Ay, you're 8. That's okay. But make sure your parents are watching you watch the channel. I don't want you guys to get into trouble, and I wanna make sure that everybody is safe and secure. I think it's important that parents know that you guys I don't know how you guys are getting onto the channel. I don't understand. Is it some are you guys like, "Oh, you see, you gamers, you figured this out. You guys know how to get into places that we do not know." Now that is indeed the scary part, isn't it? The gamers are the ones that have figured out all the little tiny codes to get into the little parts. Yeah, the next generation of IT specialists and bot makers. This is a oh, you're 18? Okay, that's good. That's good, that's good. I'm glad that you're yeah. No, but that's important. Oh, well, if you're doing lives, that would be fine. You can join me on a live. I have it set up for 16 and up, but I had to apologize to somebody who wanted to do it earlier because they were a little bit younger than 16. So yeah, I do lives, and I have found that I can go live with people. I haven't done it yet, but I wanna make sure that the people are over, like, 16. It should be probably over 18, but 16 is good because then the parents have, like they know where the kids are, and, like, 16 is a good age, it's like a responsible age. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's basically yeah, okay, okay. So, yeah, the 18 is good, so then I don't have to panic because I know I have a few people on here that are, like, 7, 6, 13. I'm like, "How? How? How are you doing?" You guys are figuring out these iPads like it was mashed potato. I don't know how it's done. I don't know how you guys have figured this all out if you are younger, but you guys have definitely figured it out. But I'm like keeping an eye on you guys to make sure that, it's a safe space and then nobody's going to be, I think it's just important. A good balance is necessary. I'm doing this one thing as if it's making a difference. I don't think it's making a difference. This little corner over here. There's an angle that I'm trying to get, but I'm still not getting it right. It's like I think it's a light. I think this is a light over here. I gotta get this light together. It's gonna drive me crazy. So that's basically it. Yeah. So what kind of games do you have on your what kind of do you talk about games or do you sit and play the games on your lives? What is it that you guys do? How are you guys doing this? How are you creating the lives or the gaming projects that you guys are working on, right? This needs to be yeah, this needs to be angled here a little bit more. This. Yeah, that's better. Like that. That's better. Okay. So then this needs to be here. I need to add gray over there then, if that is the case. Have you guys watched I mean, it's probably younger than some people, but I like the Super Mario Brothers, the newer video, the movie, because it's exactly like what I remember playing as a kid. It was like the '80s, right? This was like the storyline was the same as what you'd find in the '80s. I was happy with it. I was like, "Yay, the '80s are coming back. I can't believe it. This is so cool." My other one I enjoyed E.T. I don't know, you guys probably hadn't seen it in the '80s, but when it first came out, oh my goodness, we were going ballistic. We were going bananas for that movie. Bananas, bananas, bananas. Extraterrestrian, right? Yeah, I think that's I don't know, hey, I don't know if that's any better, if I've just made it worse. Let me see. This needs to be edged a little bit more. Okay, so let's edge that out. So yeah, I'm basically as you can see, I'm just generally doing a bit of art today because I need to you need to break it up, but I'll go back and forth. I feel as if I've neglected my painting, so the painting needs to be worked on ever so slightly today. Oh, please don't bleed. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then this needs to be angled a little bit more. Yeah, like that. Yeah, a lot more. So this needs to go over here. Okay. And then this part needs to be painted. Okay. Okay. So yeah, busy talking and doing art today. Let me know if there's anything in particular you'd like to talk about. I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. I don't know if art discussion is what you want to hear or if we want to talk about games. I know it's weird, right? Very interesting. This world, even it's crazy how even YouTube has taken over this whole gaming world. I just know that gaming channels do so well on YouTube, and I just don't play games. I play around with sound and art, but that's the introduction to gaming, right? In order to actually create games, you need to understand how to compose music, and then you also need to understand how to do a drawing or a sketch to come up with your character for a game. So maybe it does. Maybe this is something you guys could utilize as an idea for potential games, or a potential gaming master of creating your own game. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything. But yeah, I mean, arts and music go hand in hand on so many different levels that yeah, I think that's important, but then you'd have to think about creating coding because you have to create those characters in 3D on like an app, or a like Corel Draw to make them motion. And I know that there are applications where you can actually move your character, so that leads into anime, right? That's hey, you know, I mean, yeah, I mean, hey, art and music, that's the beginning of gamers. I mean, I suppose that's one way to look at it for sure. That's an interesting oh, that wasn't where I was supposed to put that. Whoops. That's an interesting kind of approach. A good point. Good point. This needs to be out a little bit more here. This needs to be down, I think. I need to bring this down. Let me just bring this down. This needs to be down a little bit more. So yeah, I don't have I could put music on if it gives you guys a little bit more inspiration. Let's put some music on. I'm gonna go around. I have to take my clip off and I'm gonna put the music on in the back. Just of the track that I was doing, so it gives a little bit more of an ambiance. Why not? I'm on here for a little bit. Why not? Give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I have to go to the other side to do it. Okay, might as well. Why not? So I'm just gonna put it in a loop so that I mean I'll have to go back and work on some more stuff. This has not been completed yet, but it's okay. We'll work with it, right? So this is a track from the other day. Music is back on if you guys need some music. So you guys are watching me create the art and then also the music that you're listening to, because you have to remember when you're creating music and you're putting music on the channel, we have to be cautious about copyright claims. So this is how I've put it together, right? Yeah, this needs a little bit more work. So we're gonna work on this. Okay, and then we do here. It's not perfectly done. You can hear that there are some things that I need to work on here. It's just on a loop, guys. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. Okay, so we're going in and fixing up the car because it was driving me a bit crazy. There are some corrections that I need to do here. Like this needs to be worked on. This needs to come down a little bit. And then this needs to come down here. So this needs to be over here, I think, right? Let me know if there's anything in particular that you're interested in. All right, let me fix this up over here. Okay, we're going to cover this part so we get this together. Gotta come down a little. Okay, that needs to be worked on. This needs to be readjusted. That's a bit better. Okay, and back. Okay, yeah, yeah. And always when you're working on a piece, make sure you step back for a few seconds, give it a breather, take a look at it. That looks a little bit better. I need to do the front again. I don't know if we need that bump. That's a good question. Do I? Yeah, that looks better in the back. Okay, let's see what else. The wheels need to be worked on a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, well, that needs to be. I guess part of the car will be off. It's fine. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here, but I'm just adjusting the sections. You can see one section at a time. It's taken me a while, but this is what it takes. Even as the music, it takes time. Everything takes time. Like, I've not even completed the track, but you can see as you build it up, things can start to happen. You can hear my music, you can do the art. Like I was mentioning earlier, maybe consider creating a character. Maybe think, like, if you're doing, like, if you're a gamer, for instance, create a character, come up with an idea, try some music out, put some music in the background and test out, like, I don't know, test out a vision. Because it's not just about gaming, it's about being the creator, right? I'm all about creating. I'm a creator of stuff. Come up with a brilliant idea and things can really start taking off. It's so cool how it works. Once done correctly, of course, right? Everything in careful steps to make it happen. Yeah. Whatever. I need some black. I need some black. Yeah. And then okay, and then this. It's going to be red. There's a little red light over there. I think it's there. Okay. So now this needs to be angled a little bit more. Let's just see. some more white. So I'm just using 3 different colors. Or I tried to do 3 different colors. As I was saying yesterday, white and black aren't necessarily considered colors, sort of. Like in the universe, black is the substance of no light. And white is like a rainbow. You create like all these colors, and all those colors create white, right? So it's like, yeah, it's an interesting concept. So in theory, if you use black and white in your paintings, it's not necessarily considered anything besides mixing the colors accordingly. Okay, so we're talking art stuff. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling out sections where it becomes getting the contrasting colors. Caleb, Salib. How do you pronounce that? What are you referring to? Welcome in, first of all. I'm talking about different variations of color, and black and white is not necessarily considered in the world of color. It's a color or 2 colors you can create to mix for lighter and darker elements, but in the color chart, you add black and white to lighten up or darken colors accordingly. Okay, so that's what that is. And I was talking about color theory yesterday, and obviously we know primary color is or are 3: red, just think Superman, red, blue, and yellow. And then there are the secondary colors, and then all the other things that come in between that. So the color wheel becomes like a big factor. But in this case, I'm just generally using black and white and a little bit of red to 3 colors. I try to keep to 3 colors when I do a painting, for instance. Even when you're doing graphic design, try to stick to 3 colors and then work around it. Maybe a little bit different in contrasting colors for graphic design. Sorry, yeah. Colors that work well together would be important for graphic design. Okay. So my channel is about music and art. The music in the background is stuff that I produced. It's not finished by far, but I alternate because I think it's important to understand that artists are not just one type. You kind of have to do both, right? I think that's, or multiple skills as an artist. I don't think focusing on one is the way to go. I don't know. I mean, some people might, but not me. I certainly don't. Okay, so that needs to be darkened. So most likely, if you guys are younger, I'm probably the same age as your parents. just to keep you guys posted. Okay, so this channel is open for whoever, but is generally for a little bit more of, yeah, it's I mean, you guys can certainly watch, as I said. Okay, and then what was I doing? Gray. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to get off just now. I just wanted to do a little bit. Very interesting talk. How can you use art and music in creating video games? That's a good question. Can it be done? Yes, it can absolutely be done. Can you create a vision to create the next biggest video game out there? I mean, who knows? You could. It's absolutely possible. You just need to have a couple of technical skills and you could be the master of creating the best video game on earth. You just got to learn the basics, right? You got to learn how to do stuff. That's important. It's all connected. It is absolutely all connected. No question about it. No question about it. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I need to add more white to that section. And then more white over here. I think this needs to come out a little bit more here. That is a light, so the light needs to look like a light. A little bit more like a light. Okay. And then this part over here needs to be lightened up. So I'm just doing a little bit of art today. This is a watercolor once again. Okay, folks, I'm going to do a little, it's going to be a bit of a short day, so about an hour is good. I'm trying to be consistent because YouTube is all about consistency. I should be doing a little bit more videos and discussion, so I might go ahead and do that the next day or so. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I'm glad people who are a little bit younger understand that going live on my channel, you'd have to be 16 and up. And feel free, if you are over 16 and you'd like to do a live with me, I still would recommend speaking to your parents and just double checking with them. But you're welcome to join me. We can have a chit chat. I can see what you're doing, and it would be super cool. So I'm here, and I've opened up that barrier if that is something you'd like to try. And yeah, next The next one I will be working on reworking the track. So the music in the background, I also produce. So I kind of dabble with both. Okay. Thank you again, guys. Very much appreciated. Absolutely honored you're coming in and joining me. I have to say that you guys are like my new besties. So yeah, come back. I'll be back tomorrow at around the same time, and I'll speak to you guys in the next one. Bye. I'd say, Matasta sayonara.